What's up, y'all? Hey, I've been meaning to post this video for a minute, but let me explain to y'all why I haven't posted my video. Let me explain to y'all why exactly I haven't posted the video on how exactly I got my whip at 0 down, bro. So first off, I recorded the video already, and you probably see it in the intro. I'm gonna edit the old intro in there. I had a code set up. It was at the gas station at night. I was driving around doing POVs. I had a whole bunch of code stuff planned for y'all. But guess what? The video would not upload to YouTube. I've been trying to upload that video for literally, no exaggeration, 45 days, a month and a half, and it would not work for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It's been really making me upset because I actually spent a lot of time making that video, and it's only uploading at first it was like the first minute, and then I went on YouTube, I went to like figure out what was wrong. I figured out what was wrong, but it only started uploading the next like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So like it was a 40-minute video that's only uploading the first 2 minutes of it, and it was blowing me. So now I'm redoing the whole video, and I'm doing it a different style because I don't feel like waiting at night and doing that whole thing again. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So going off of that, let's go exactly how I got my whip. How I got my whip at $0 down is off of two things. First is good credit, and second is relationship banking. Those are the two biggest factors when it comes to getting any asset with credit, right? Good credit. So first, I always recommend if you want 0 down for a whip, you want a 720 and above credit score. And the reason why you want a 720 specifically in all three credit bureaus is because off of that number alone, that's going to get you in the door for $0 down and no proof of income. So you don't have to show the banks, hey, I make this certain amount of money. They're just going to trust whatever you say. Not saying to put the wrong information, but whatever you say on that application, they're going to believe you because of you having that high credit score. So it's going to get you in the gate and really make things a lot easier when it comes to getting an auto loan or really any asset. But for an auto loan specifically, you want to make sure you have a 720 credit score. You want to make sure you have 3 primary accounts on your credit profile, minimum. And I always recommend 5. So what I mean by primary accounts is not trade lines. I'm talking about credit cards or any form of credit that you own specifically. Mortgages, personal loans, auto loans, just 3 credit cards minimum, but I always recommend 5. Those 5 primaries, what that's going to do is it's going to give you enough history on your credit report and show the banks that other banks trust you with money. That's basically what it means. And it's showing that you have a decent history of paying back borrowed money, which is the definition of credit. I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say it in all my videos. The definition of credit is your ability to pay back borrowed money. So those trade lines aren't going to show that you're able to pay back borrowed money. It shows that the person you're attached to is able to pay back borrowed money. Now, trade lines do help when it comes to utilization and age, but when it comes to actual cold-hearted history, banks actually can tell the difference between a trade line, which is an authorized user, and a primary account. So you want to make sure you have those primaries to show that you're able to pay back that borrowed money and not just somebody else, account showing that they can pay back borrowed money. So don't think that trade lines are going to solve everything for y'all, because it's not. But again, that's why you guys want to have at minimum 3, but I recommend 5 primary accounts on your credit profile to really just show that, hey, you're able to pay back borrowed money, which again is the definition of credit. Now that we're off the credit side, again, you want at least 3 primaries. When it comes to age, I would say about 2 years age is perfect, 2 years age minimum, and then inquiries, you want it below 4. So once you have that profile built out, and keep in mind too, when I speak about credit, I'm not speaking about people who have late payments already. You want to do credit repair. Before you get anything with credit, if you have any negatives on your profile, make sure you clean up your credit and get that erased. Any negative marks on your credit profile, please make sure y'all clean that up ASAP before going to get any type of credit. But leaving the credit side, relationship banking. So I ran this play with Navy Fed, and you can really do it with any bank, but you just want to have a good relationship with the bank. So what I do is before I apply for anything, whether it's a credit card, whether it's an auto loan, a business loan, a mortgage, doesn't matter. What I do is I make sure all my money goes through that bank for at least 60 days. So now what that does is it shows that you're an active customer or active client within their ecosystem, and you're just pushing all your money through them. Banks love that because banks are going to look, and whenever you apply, even if it says they're not going to check your proof of income, they're going to look at your relationship, and that relationship is going to be your bank statements. So you want to put as much money in those bank statements as possible to show like, hey, I can afford this. Hey, if I apply for this credit, you see all this money coming through, I can afford it. That's what you want to do. And that's exactly what I did with my car. With Navy Fed, I had every single dollar, whether it's Cash App, Zelle, If I got some cash, I put it inside the bank account. I did that for 60 days with Navy Fed. And it works with any other bank, but specifically I went through Navy Fed because I wanted to start that relationship with them. So that's building my relationship. And of course, you want to have that account open for at least 90 days. So you want to open up the account 30 days, have it open, and then for 60 days straight, you want to push as much money as possible through that account. So once you do that, that's pretty much it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's not hard to do it. It's just making sure that you have the right credit profile and you're building that relationship. A lot of you guys overcomplicate credit, and credit is not that complicated. The only time it gets complicated is when you're looking at the ROI on investments compared to the interest rates, and depending on what industry you're going. It's a lot when it comes to investing credit, but when it comes to using credit to get the asset, that's the simple part. So again, you just want to make sure your credit profile has no negatives on there. So no late payments, no collections, no bankruptcies, no nothing. You want 3 to 5 primaries, an average age of 2 years, and 4 or less inquiries. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get an auto loan without those requirements. I'm just saying it's in your best interest to get to that point, because once you get to that point, it's inevitable for you to get for $0 down. Even a $100,000 Corvette like I have for $0 down. Now, keep in mind, auto loans are the easiest loans to get. And the reason why they're so easy is because the collateral, right? What happens if you don't pay your auto loan? You're going to get repoed. So auto loans are very easy to get. You can get them very easily, especially when you build your profile that way, because then you can get as many auto loans, not as many auto loans as you want. I'm over exaggerating, but you can get a bunch of auto loans without it hurting you. For example, my closest friend, he started a Turo business. He was able to get 5 cars in like 5 or 6 weeks. He was getting a car per week for 5 weeks straight because he has good credit and he has relationships with these banks. So you just want to take advantage of those 2 things, and you'll be able to get any car you want without having to, put down 10K, put down 3K, put down 1K. I was able to get my car for $0 down, y'all. Again, that's just the sauce that I got. Again, it's just relationship banking, showing the banks that you're an active client to them, and then 2, having the good credit like I said. So if you guys are interested in learning more about credit and building your credit into even more detail, of course, like, comment, subscribe. And of course, in this channel, I'm going to be putting you guys on game about everything and exactly how I got to this point in my life at only 22 years old. All right, y'all. So going off of that, let me explain to y'all why I got this car, right? So I got this car because I needed something to show you guys that I have good credit, right? So what I learned with marketing and just being an entrepreneur is you have to be obsessed about what you're doing. You have to embody what you're doing. So when it came to construction, I was known all over my town, all over my area for being the kid who does construction. Everybody saw me in work clothes. I had a pickup truck, ATV, a trailer. I had tools on me all the times. People just knew me for construction. Before that, in high school, people knew me for running. That was my personality. You know, every time I talk about how I'm gonna be a state champion. You always see me working out, running, whatever the case may be. People knew me for being obsessed with running, then construction, and going into the credit space. I had to show people that I'm obsessed about credit just as much as construction, just as much as running. And if I want to take it to the next level, I had to be even more obsessed about it. So first, I had to understand that I got to make credit my personality. So making that transition from blue collar to white collar was very difficult. So speaking about credit, you know, people of course would heed my knowledge. Like they'd hear me speaking like, wow, like that's amazing. Like you know a lot about this stuff. But I was still known as just a construction guy though. Like people respected the knowledge that I had, but people didn't take it as I'm the credit guy. They took me as, oh, I'm the construction kid who knows a lot about credit. So I had to really like immerse myself and really become credit in a sense. And it was difficult figuring out how, but it's the lifestyle that, you know, sells people. So I got the whip. I got the whip ski, y'all. So the whip, I was looking at, you know, of course, everybody was like, when I told people I was getting the whip, it was like, oh, get you a Hellcat, get you a SRT, da, 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 da. I'm like, I can't do nothing like that because that doesn't scream credit. You know, that's a whole nother industry. So if I want to scream credit and scream luxury, I would have to get a luxurious vehicle. And that's, again, why I got this car. You know, I didn't want to get a McLaren. I didn't want to get a Lambo because, honestly, I don't want to spend the bread for it. Keep it a buck. I don't want to spend the bread for it. But this car I got for 80 grand, right? So for 80 grand, I get a car that looks like a Lambo, got the same body style, looks like a McLaren, but still has that aggressive, again, American muscly look to it, which is amazing to me. So that's why I went with this car. It's a supercar that's under 100K. why wouldn't I get it, right? So once I got it, I knew I had to market it the right way. You know, I got all black, something professional, sleek. You know, if I would have got some crazy color, I didn't want to come off as no, like, how can I describe it? I didn't want to be one of those guys flexing. As you guys already know from my social media and of course from my YouTube, I'm not a big flexer. I just show you guys how exactly I got to this point. So I show you guys, hey, I got a supercar, but I'm gonna teach you guys exactly how I got the supercar. Like, that's my personality. I wasn't big on, oh, I'm rich, I'm up. I wasn't ever like that growing up. So I want to separate myself from everybody else. I didn't want to get nothing loud. I wanted something sleek where it's like, it's aggressive. You can notice it, but it's like, okay, he's trying to play it subtle. So that's why I went with all black. And then two, y'all already know about the license plate. Dang, I just hit my back hard. Y'all already know about the license plate. Credit. Y'all already know. Everything about me is credit. I get literally stopped at stoplights because people will be like, oh, roll your window down. I roll my window down. You do credit? Yeah, I do. Exchange information. I got sales off of that at stoplights because people will see my plate and know that I do credit. They see the plate, see the crazy car, and just automatically trust me. Oh, he obviously has good credit. He obviously knows what he's doing about credit if he's able to get this car. And that also goes into why I got this chain. It's a credit card, y'all. American Express. This is American Express chain. This is my personality. When I wear stuff out, I put on a credit card chain. Oh, obviously he knows about credit. Oh, let me speak to him. He up on credit. Let me see what he do about credit. That's literally my personality. So when it came from going from construction to credit, I had to leverage everything that I have and the things that we're currently getting to make it my personality about credit. I even had to demote my construction company. When I speak about construction, I speak about it in the sense of I used it to grow a business so I can learn entrepreneurship, learn business. But what do I always say on social media? I use credit to grow that company. So I demoted it from being such a, strong, this is my main source of income, to now this is really just a stepping stone. I use credit to get to this point. That's what I use my construction company now for. Of course, I still do jobs. I'm not saying I don't do jobs. I still make money here and there on construction. That's a skill I'm gonna forever have, and I have all the equipment, so why not? But regardless, I had to really immerse myself into the credit space and show you guys what good credit can do for you. Good credit can get you jewelry. Not saying to do that, but regardless, it got me to this point. I'm comfortable enough where I can afford this now. This wasn't my first investment. My first investment was a construction company. Construction company made me enough money. I started another business. Once that other business started making me more money, I started investing in marketing. That's where the chain comes in. That's where the car comes in. That's where everything else comes in. I mean, the POV, my Ray-Ban Metas. That's where all this stuff comes in. So I'm not showing you guys this to brag. I'm not showing you guys this to really be motivated. Oh, I want a supercar. I don't want you guys to be motivated to get the fancy things. So that's going to come naturally over time, especially when you're in that business mindset where, hey, this is just marketing. This is marketing. This car is marketing. This jewelry is marketing. These are assets. And that shit comes with the game. That's what I want to explain to y'all. This comes with the territory. Once you become great and you start building your way up, this is going to happen naturally. Your goal shouldn't be to get a chain, to get a crazy car. That's a stepping stone. Because guess what? There's going to be more cars. There's going to be more jewelry. You want to get obsessed about what you're doing and you want to do what you do to the greatest of your capability. That's my mindset. My mindset is, hey, the car is nice. I love the car. I love the jewelry. I love the assets that come with it. But it's just that, assets. That comes with the business. I'm obsessed about what I'm doing and I want to teach you guys. I want you guys to understand that I'm coming for the #1 credit spot. I'm going to be the king of credit. That is my goal. That being said, of course, with that title, these toys going to come with it. But going back to how this stuff makes me money, it's because that obsession. Y'all see how passionate I just got, the little rant I went on. That's because I'm obsessed about credit. That's why I got this stuff. So now when I pull up places, I don't have to start a conversation. When I speak about credit, I know I can sell anybody because I know everything about credit for the most part. I know about 95% about everything about credit. So when I speak, and especially because I don't speak like a traditional kid, like I'm 22, I'm very young still. I don't speak, and y'all hear me in my videos. People say I speak white. I speak professional. So I know I can sell myself when I speak, but guess what? That takes a lot of energy. And I miss sales off of that because I can only speak to so many people at once. I can only reach so many people at once. And sometimes people don't even want to do business with me. They might already have good credit. They might already know everything about credit. So now I have to have a conversation, and that's wasted time and wasted investment on somebody who already knows or just doesn't want my service. Now, whenever I walk in a room with this on, guess what? People come to me now. People look at me and say, hey, I want to talk to you about credit. When I pull up in my whip, I hop out the car, people come to me. I go to the gym, for crying out loud. How about the car? I'm talking about credit. Well, no matter where I go, I'm just walking advertisement. That's what this stuff is for, is walking advertisement. Because that lifestyle, that personal branding is everything. And when you go into personal branding, you have to be obsessed about what you're doing, because personal branding is a mixture of your personality mixed with your obsession. You can't separate yourself from your business nowadays, especially on social media. People don't want that separation. People want to see you grind something and put in work to the point where even off your off time, they're going to respect you a lot more, because your off time, you're still thinking about this. You're still working on this. You're still obsessed about this. I eat, sleep, drink, credit. That's all I do. It's all I do. And that's what I show in my content. That's what people know about me when I go out. I'm just naturally bubbly about credit. That's just keeping it a buck. But that's how this car makes me money. Same thing with everything that I got, y'all. It's like, it's just, think of it like acting. Like, I'm not saying that what I'm doing is fake, because I'm not acting. But think of it like when you hear these actors where they have like crazy PTSD because they got so into the role that whatever they were acting is like real life to them. They can't separate the role and real life. That's literally what this is. With my business, I'm so obsessed with it. It's my it's my daily. Even if I have an off day, my license plate says credit. People won't know I do credit on my off day. I can't hide. I'm gonna still wear this chain on my off day. I love the chain to death. It's a cold chain. But people will come up to me, oh, you do credit. Yes, I do. We talk about credit. There is no off days. That's how this car makes me money. It sells that I am what I talk about. That's what I do. The same way where I was doing construction and I embodied that. I had a pickup truck, trailer, ATV. I had a whole bunch of stuff where it's just like, you just breathe construction. Like, people just look at me and it's like, oh yeah, you do blue collar work. Yeah, I got my own business. Oh, really? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Same thing in track in high school and cross country. People see me all the time. Oh, he a runner. Oh yeah, I'm a runner, for sure. You can tell by the build of my body. You can tell by the way I move. Even playing other sports. Oh yeah, he runs. Like, it's just a certain swag. Like, that's the whole point of this. What I'm trying to get at is there's a certain swag that you have, whatever industry or whatever obsession you have. You need to have that swag to it. Now I wear suits. Oh yeah, he do some, blue collar. He mess with money. He look like he in finance just because I wear a suit. You guys have to be obsessed about what you're doing. And I wanted to make this car video to kind of course, clickbait y'all a little bit. Of course, I'm going to show the whip off a little bit, kind of get y'all to click on this video. But I really wanted to motivate y'all and show y'all that it's more than what meets the eye. There's more to me having this car than me just having this car, y'all. Like, this car solidified my spot in the credit game. Like, I blew up on content. People respect me now because, oh yeah, I want that. How did you get here? Credit. Then I go into detail on exactly how with credit. But yeah, y'all, that's my little rant, man. I just wanted to put y'all on game really about, the stuff that y'all really don't see on social media, and really motivate y'all and for y'all to understand that, hey, I'm in this position at 22 years old. I'm forever grateful for it. But like, this comes with the game. Like, this isn't just oh, my goal was to get this car, now I'm chilling. No. This was a marketing tactic. This was a tool to get me to that next step, which it did. This is a tool to get me to the next step, which it did. I just really want y'all to embody that and to just really digest that and understand that, it's not about the toys, y'all. Just understand that all this stuff is marketing to get to the next level, and that's the mindset you should be in. Be obsessed about what you're doing, y'all. But that concludes my whip. Like I said, it was a quick rundown of how exactly I got the whip, but I really wanted to teach you guys and show you guys, why I got it and how it makes me money. And it makes me money off of image. That's point blank period, man. I can't even lie to y'all. Put me on a whole different category now. Category of people. So yeah, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna keep putting y'all on game, man. I'm gonna keep putting on my rants. I'm still learning the YouTube, but I really do want to teach you guys a lot on here and really show you guys. And I am genuine with my knowledge, and I'm just an open book with it. So if you guys are into that and want to learn how to grow as an entrepreneur, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and of course you'll be supporting me, and then in return I'll be supporting you with game, y'all. But that's it for the car video, man. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. But yeah, make sure y'all follow me on all socials at Mr. Credit to Wealth, and just stay tuned to the content, y'all. I'm gonna make sure everybody who supports me, I'm gonna support y'all back and give y'all the game on how I got rich at 22 years old. So one more time, like, comment, and subscribe, man. I love y'all. C2W forever, man. I'm gonna tune in with y'all in the next video.